Hi, welcome back to my 5-part video series on conducting effective witness interviews that can maximize your client's results and your firm's revenue while helping to keep costs down so your client can keep more of the settlement amount you earned for her. In today's video, we'll discuss the power of building rapport and making contact to help a witness feel comfortable during the interview. The more comfortable a witness feels, the fuller the information provided during the interview. We're going to cover, number 1, why rapport building is critical to the interview's success. 2, how to build rapport, the art of being interested, as I like to call it. 3, making a good first impression with your witness, what you do to do that. 4, how you approach the witness, getting them to feel comfortable with being interviewed. In the first video, we discussed the mindset hacks that will take your witness interview from meh to really effective. In the second video, we covered the elements of planning that go into a successful witness interview. In subsequent videos, we'll cover the different types of objections you're likely to encounter and how to discuss those with the witnesses so that the interview can move forward and what to do to keep the door open with the witness to get an eventual interview if the witness cannot move forward at this time. And in the final video, we'll discuss how to conduct the interview, document the interview, and obtain a statement or declaration if necessary to overcome summary judgment motions. Hi, I'm Mike Corwin. I teach civil plaintiff law firms how to conduct effective litigation investigations that maximize their case results. I personally spent 30 plus years building cases for civil plaintiff attorneys in Los Angeles, California, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. During that time, I conducted over 12,000 witness interviews. I've taught hundreds of attorneys, paralegals, legal assistants, and law school students how to conduct more effective litigation investigations. And if you're ready to take your firm's witness interviews to the next level, I've got something special for you. It's my free PDF, 6 Steps to More Effective Witness Interviews that maximize your case outcomes. Just click on the link in the description below to download it now and get started today. And if you've missed the previous videos in this series, you can find a link to them in the description below. Now, let's dig in. Very seldom when you're looking at doing your witness interview are you thinking about building rapport. After all, your time is pretty precious. The witness time is pretty precious. It kind of feels like you just need to do the old dragnet, just the facts, ma'am, and I'll be on my way. But in my 30 plus years of conducting witness interviews, I found rapport building to be one of the most critical elements to a witness interview success. And here's why. Building rapport creates a comfort level with the witness that makes them feel, even though this is a legal process and it's about something probably horrific that they've witnessed, that this is an okay space to talk about it. And that's really what you want, because if you think about it, we're kind of making somebody who witnessed something horrific relive it. And that's kind of PTSD causing, and it's pretty traumatic. So we need to basically give them a safe place to do it. Rapport building is absolutely one of the best things that you can do to help them feel that safe space. Now, how do you go about building rapport? Well, it starts with your initial contact with the witness. Now, I like to do cold calls, but generally speaking, if you show up at the door, you knock on the door, you have your business card ready, and by the way, on the back you should write your client's name, and you introduce yourself, hand them the card, say who you are. Hi, I'm Mike Corwin, and I'm an investigator working for such and such attorney. You guys would say, hey, my name is so-and-so, and I'm an attorney working on behalf of, or I'm a paralegal working for this law firm on behalf of, and you identify your client. Then the next thing that you ask them is, have I caught you at a good time? Now, why is that? Because you're already showing some empathy for them, and empathy for the position they're in is critical to building that rapport. They're feeling very uncomfortable. They've witnessed something pretty horrific. It's a tough place to be. And then on top of that, maybe you're trying to catch them while they're trying to go out somewhere. Their family could be home. Could be all these different reasons that help make things even more stressful for them. When you introduce yourself professionally and you say to them, "Have I caught you at a good time?" you're really already putting yourselves head and shoulders over the people they deal with day to day that are trying to contact them. You're going to stand out in a good way. So we always want to say to them and show respect to them by saying, "Have I caught you at a good time?" Now, you don't want to say, "Have I caught you at a bad time?" because they will say yes. But if you say, "Have I caught you at a good time?" most people will again say yes, but it's important that we give them that chance. Now, in a subsequent video, we're going to talk about how to handle objections when they come up, and that's usually when they'll occur. Now, once you're into the interview, what you're really looking to do is look for some form of commonality or some way to express that you also understand this is difficult for them. It can be as simple as saying, "Hey, look, I'm really sorry to put you through this. I can't even imagine what you've experienced by seeing this, but it's something we need to do, and so I apologize in advance if this brings up any difficult feelings for you." You've just humanized yourself. You've just given them the legitimacy of feeling the feelings that they are feeling, and that really builds your connection. Now, if it's something that's not as difficult, you can also build rapport. It can be based on sports teams. It can be based on dogs, cats, and any pets they have. It can be where a person grew up, where they work. Any of those things that you may have some awareness of, you can then kind of, don't make it formal, make it really informal and relaxed, and just say, "Hey, I noticed that photo of you out there and that you're fly fishing. What river was that?" "Oh, that was at such and such. How was it for fishing?" And already you're getting them communicating. And what's really important is you're getting them to answer questions, right? So they're becoming comfortable with that process with you. So that's a very good way to do it. It's just ask some really simple questions, and then feel free to say, "Hey, I love to fly fish. It's been a really long time since I've been, and I really am sad about that because I really wish I could get out on the river." Something like that makes that connection. But keep in mind, you can use this rapport building to get them to already start answering some questions for you and talking a little bit more in a narrative sense, which is really where we want them to go. Once you've begun building that rapport, don't lose that as you begin the interview process. Keep going with that. Yes, you want to get to the meat and bones of it, but it's okay to bring something up. If they stray, go with it. Build that rapport, keep it going, and go from there. And if you're ready to take your firm's witness interviews to the next level, I've got something special for you. It's my free PDF, 6 Steps to More Effective Witness Interviews that maximize your case outcomes. Just click on the link in the description below to download it now and get started today. And if you've missed any of the previous videos in this series, you can find a link to them in the description below as well.